Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. I've popped down to Ocean Motorrad down at Falmouth, Penryn. I borrowed this little beauty. I'm not going to kneel in front of it. I don't want to hide it away. I want you to see it. It's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. This is a 2025 model of the M1000XR. You heard it right, the M1000XR. If you're interested in Lofty, riding the M1000XR, you stick around because we're going to have a bit of fun. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. Look at this array of bikes. We've got a beautiful old Africa twin there, but today it's this one. This is the MXR. The all-singing, all-dancing, tall sports bike. Yes, 200 brake horsepower. Let's give this one a bit of thrash. Have a listen to this. Okay, YouTube, here's Lofty. As I said, this is the MXR. So let's just tell you a bit about it. What exactly is the MXR? Well, as you know, BMW make the absolutely fabulous S1000XR with its 160 odd brake horsepower. You can put top box and panniers on it and all sorts of nonsense, but it wasn't enough because of the likes of KTM and Ducati and whatever. They needed something with the M badge. It's a bit of a trend now for BMW to M the bikes up. So they had the MRR and the MR. So somebody said, well, why don't we have the MXR? And we'll knock it all the way up to 200 brake horsepower, stick the full fat shift cam lump in it and give some people a bit of fun. So the first thing is the big difference between the MXR and the XR is because it is such a fast motorbike. When I say fast, I'm talking it'll do 180 miles an hour. This bike is a flying machine. But unfortunately, when you've got that sort of speed, you get a lot of turbulence on the back, and things like panniers and top boxes can induce weaves which are quite dangerous. National. That was a fourth gear pull away. It's got plenty of poke, plenty of torque. So they made this so as it's not really to have panniers or a top box. I believe you can put the top box rack on, but it's impossible to put the panniers on. So if you wanted the small 30 litre top box, it's easy. You buy the bits, they won't fit them, they won't allow you to fit them. Well, you can, like I say, you can buy the bits and fit it yourself. Oh, the handling's amazing. So in some ways, it's a bit of a one-trick pony. It's a tall race bike. And it absolutely flies. Brakes are sublime. When I say good, it's got the M brakes. They are amazing. You can put it on its nose and do a stoppie. Anyway, here we are round the lanes. Even in fourth gear, when you get it up to 5,000-6,000 revs, it absolutely flies. The auto blipper is the full competition auto blip, and like I say, it's got the M brakes. Here we go, barrel it into the bend, drop it in, stick your knee down if you need to, and oh, the sound on the overrun. To be fair, it's hard to I hope you can hear that. Anyway, I'm going to take a right here down the little lane to the Aggle. and we'll have a good look-see, shall we? I think the rear brake is pretty similar to the standard XR. It's only really any good as a stability bike. Sorry, it's only any good as a stability device, or for those of you who are experienced enough to back it in. Back it in! Lofty don't do no backing in. Anyway, let's have a look-see. Okay, so here we are. Let's sling a leg over it. It's quite a tall beast. There we go. So I'm standing up around there. This is 850, I think it is. It's quite a tall bike. Just let it rest on the side stand. So there we are. Toes on. The cutaway's not bad. The longer your legs, the more it feels splayed because it gets wider, but it's okay. The bump stop is quite close. They've improved the seat on the later models than the version 1 and version 2 of the standard XR. This is more comfortable. It's still quite firm, but as you can see, the ergos are nice. Sit up, really comfortable. Foot position's not bad. Probably do with extra half an inch. I don't think I'm going to be dragging the pegs around on the roads, but if you want to drag the pegs, take it on a track, and this bike will do it all. Shall we have a close look? What do you think? Just have a bit of a walk around before we get up close. Does look good, doesn't it? I'm a real sucker for the red, white and blue, the tricolour. I'm absolute sucker. That looks great, doesn't it? That crow can on the back. Let's go all the way round. It's got the lot in it. Quick shifter, wings, bar ends. Have a look at these wings. They reckon when you're giving it some stick, it can give you up to 14 kilograms of extra downforce. How about that? Let's have a closer look at that wing. Amazing. Let's have a close-up. So, this is an older base model. So the on-off switch is no longer on here. It's earlier than that. Your billet top clamp, look at that. So it's the old push the button, keyless, BMW Make Life a Ride M. Just in case you forgot, it's an M. So we got the same old screen. What we got? Dynamic, race, rain, road, dynamic. I'm going to leave it in dynamic. One of the major difference between dynamic and dynamic pro and race pro that you've got on this model is you can alter the settings. It gives you like a base setting, like a race setting for the suspension, but you can actually go into the menu and you can fiddle with the base setting in the race section. But in your normal dynamic, you've got the active Evo style suspension, which is fabulous. The screen, it's a black one, and it's got this very simple adjuster. Up, down, brilliant. You can put your carbureted system on if you want, or your OC, it's up to you. With the backing plate, it fits into the standard one like that. So let's come out and have a look. As I say, bar ends, M calipers billet, stubbies, 3-finger jobs. So you've got heated grips, mode button, start, stop, jam pot. How nice. Look at that. Billet across the top, it's coming out again. We've got the same mirrors this side. So we've got the billet adjustable M caliper again. We've got the whiz wheel. We've got the cruise control, info button, menu button, DCT plus or minus, indicators, very tactile, horn. It's nothing like that RT horn, is it? Something else we've got is we've got a little cubbyhole. I'll call it a little cubbyhole. You could put a bit of smash in there. You could put a toll booth ticket in there, whatever. I don't think you'll fit much else in there. Okay, shall we have a listen? So typically, when you first put it on, you get this over rev. They all do it. It revs till about 2, 2 1/4, and then all of a sudden, it'll settle down. It's just sorting all the fueling out. Okay, so it's calmed down. We're doing about 1800 revs. So, throttle. How good's that? Someone listen at the can. Superb, isn't it? Okay, so what have we got? These was brand new for 2024. This is a 25 model. They don't put them on demo very often because they're so expensive. But it leads me to think if one's on demo, they're probably not selling as many as they thought they would. You can have it in this lovely red, white and blue, or you can have it in the dark blue, light blue M colours. But it does look superb, doesn't it? So it's the BMW M 1000 XR. 999cc, liquid cooled, 16 valve, inline, 4-cylinder, shift cam. This is the full fat 200 brake horsepower monster. It makes 199 brake horsepower at 12,750. It could make more. Literally, these can be knocked up to 210, 220 with not a lot of fettling. 83 foot-pounds at 11,000 revs, so you've got to give it a bit of thrash. It's a typical inline 4. This one's got a top speed of 175 mile an hour. It's 6-speed chain drive. We've got an 850mm seat. You can buy a high one, you can buy a low one. Now, on the standard XR, you can get the lowered frame. I'm not sure if you can on this. This is to give it the full ground clearance. So, to be honest, if you were going to do a track day, you wouldn't want to be lowering it. 20 litres of fuel, and it weighs 223 kilos wet. Let's have a look at the front end. So, we've got these Contis on it. Race Attack 2s, street. So, they are a road tyre. I don't think they'll be much good on a cold, damp Cornwall winter's morning. You'd probably have to put some sports touring rubber on. But these are rated to, like I say, 180, 190 mile an hour because this thing flies. It's a 120/70/17. We've got 45mm upside down forks, semi-active. As I say, you can actually change things when you're in the race mode. We've got these wonderful blue M. It's a 4-pot. I just can't get enough of these. They are mega. Look at that. The discs are 320s. Quite a big disc, 320s. The stopping power is unimaginable. Akrapovic can, a remote preload adjuster. Not sure why you've got that. I suppose it's because you could take a pillion. I'm not sure whether a pillion would fancy sitting on the back of this without a top box. But as I say, you can get a kit to fit a top box. So on the back, we've got a 255/17 with a single shock semi-active once again. 265mm disc and a 1-piston BMW Brad caliper. Although it's painted blue, it's a pretty standard affair. So what's it going to cost you? If you buy this bike with the M package like it's got, it's £23,000. If you buy the M Sport, the add-on, it's an extra £5,000. So you're talking around £28,000. 28 grand. It's still cheaper than a Pikes Peak, and in my opinion, it's better looking than a Pikes Peak. Difference is, you can put luggage on a Pikes Peak, you can't on this. Anyway, I hope you like it, because I think it's gorgeous. Shall we give it a bit of thrash? Okay, YouTube, welcome back. So, I've had a bit of a ride round on it now. I've done a few miles. And this bike is such a Jekyll and Hyde. If you want to just poodle about, you know, just drop it in second gear, put the cruise on, look at this, 24 mile an hour. No clutch, change gear, 24 mile an hour. Flick it up a little bit. Drop it in. Up to 30. Change gear. The cruise control is absolutely amazing. But we don't want the cruise, I'm on a ride. Here we go. Better slow down for the 40. Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde, you can ride it like Miss Daisy or like Mr. Mental. How about that? The steering geometry is unbelievable. The tyres, fantastic. They are good tyres, I've got to say. We're going to take a left anyway shortly over United Downs, and give it a bit of thrash down the lane, and then we'll go up and down the dual carriageway, and then we'll take it around the back lanes. The more I sit on it, the more comfortable I find it. It's comfy. Seat is hard. It's a sports bike, what do you expect? It's a sports bike you're sitting up on. A tall sports bike. Here we go, National. I hope you can hear the induction, it is unbelievable. So here we go, we're in dynamic, third gear, watch this. How amazing is that? Then you put the brakes on, stop, because this is pedestrians, man. Here we go again, second gear. Quick shifter, oh, sublime. Auto blip, sublime. The only problem with this bike is it wants to make you go faster and faster. What I will say is, anybody with a modicum of skill who's been riding a while, I don't mean beginners, this bike is certainly not for someone who hasn't got a few miles under the belt. And by that I mean a seasoned rider. This is a proper bike. When you compare this to sports bikes, only 10 years ago, literally 2015 sports bikes, this bike is absolutely raving mental. I ain't joking. You know, the original RR, it was a great bike. It's had a few problems, but it was a great bike. But this, it's the most comfortable sports bike you've ever sat on. Like I say, I suppose the closest thing you can compare it to is a Pikes Peak. Here we go. Take a right. Oh, that noise. It's intoxicating. Here we go, Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy, look at this. Just steadying it on the back brake a little bit. Here we go, 20 mile an hour, quick shift. No clutch, no clutch. That is probably as slick as they get. The Kawasaki one's good, the Suzuki one's good. This, you know, look. Bit of auto blip. Oh, I tell you what, it's gorgeous, isn't it? And it's so comfortable. You look where you want to go. The trick is to look as far ahead as you can. That's the trick with this bike, because I'll tell you what happens is, because it's so fast, things happen quickly. You need to really be scanning ahead. You need to be looking what's coming, what's ahead. Otherwise, you're just going to get yourself in trouble too quickly. It's got good brakes, but you've got to be able to stop. And as we say, stop in the distance, seem to be clear. And, you know, a nice steady 30 mile an hour. This is just good road surface along here. These tyres are working well. We've got some good temperatures. We're well over 20 degrees. So the tyres are sticking like glue. But you don't really need to worry about that, because this bike's unbelievable. Here we come, nice and easy. I'm going to give it a third gear roll on in a sec. From 3,000 revs. Third gear, 30 mile an hour, 3,000 revs. Here's the national sign. I'll get square with it. Here we go. How about that? Water blip. Bit of breakage. See a van in the distance. Nice tarmac on here, nice new tarmac. It was only replaced last year. How about this? Yeah, I think this bike would make me a naughty, naughty boy. I'm sorry to say. Car coming, we're going to... Nice little overtake coming, here we go. It's a sports bike, isn't it? I keep saying that. It's a sports bike. It's no good for touring on this. I suppose if you was going on your own, you could put a roll bag on the back and that wouldn't cause any problems. But when you start giving it some thrash, you'll be in the low 30s, 34, 35 to the gallon. Not much good for touring, is it? Another thing I've noticed is, because it's got this little cubby hole, you see, if you was to put a tank bag on, every time you wanted to get in the tank bag or get some petrol, you'd have to remove it, take it off. It'd be in the way. You know, it's all right having a cubby hole, but they don't think of these things. Anyway, we're nearly at the island. I'm going to go round the island and then up the hill. Here we go. So slow it down. Very composed. Here we go. Nice little ease out. Like I say, you just literally lift your head. Lift your head and look. That's all you have to do. Lift your head and look. So here we are, first gear, second gear, now we'll give it a bit of thrash, up to 50. We're in third gear, 50. We're going to make it scream again. Here we go, national, 70 mile an hour. Right up to 70, no messing at all. You would really need to be in Germany on an autobahn to actually get it up to 170 odd mile an hour. I'm not sure what the windlass will be like at that speed, but the screen is doing an effective job. Okay, it's fairly noisy, but I'm getting none at all nasty buffeting. That's really, really good, that is. Okay, here we are. Let's give that auto blip a bit of stick. Down to 50, down to 40, down to 30. Sounds great, doesn't it? Round the island we go. This'll stick, you can go round as quick as you like. So down the hill. National. I should imagine it's good for about 90 mile an hour in second gear. Yeah, you heard me. So there we are, 70 mile an hour. Sublime, innit? Fabulous brakes, fabulous handling. Does the lot. Let's slow it down. See what the cruise control's like down a hill. We're going to have to use the gearbox. There we go, 50. So we're going to nibble down into Perranawyrthal and take a left over towards Myla. We'll get a bit of a brake test in and see what it's like on some less than ideal roads. So far we've been on very nice tarmac. Nice slick, smooth tarmac. Let's see what it's like. Here we go. Quick shift is so good, it's as good as an automatic, isn't it? It loves to scream. Bit of debris on the road there. Here we go. This is tight and naturally, or the handling. This is good, isn't it? Hear the induction. Oh, that's bad luck. We got the highway maintenance man spoiling our fun. Anyway, second gear, big van coming the other way, so we've got to be careful. I'm just going to nibble past. There we go. Nice easy overtake. Nothing daft. Ooh, can you hear that? The second gear growl, you just rip it back and throttle off. By the way, this bike is fully running. I've been given the okay to give it a bit of thrash. So don't you at home sit there thinking Lofty's giving a brand new bike thrash. This bike's been on the test fleet for quite a while. It's done a number of miles. We're not going to go down into Miler itself. We're going to head back towards Penryn on this road I normally do the brake test on. So here we go. All clear. Okay, so M style brakes, 40 mile an hour, nothing behind, all clear, back brake. Oh, yeah, you could stamp on it and I don't think it'd really stop you, but still, that's not what it's for, is it? Here we go again. 40 mile an hour, front brake. Amazing. Yeah, let's do both. So, 45, emergency stop. That's amazing. It's not the nicest of roads, this. It's a bit bumpy, but just goes to show. If your hand's strong enough, you can pull the lever as far back as you want and aggressive as you want. I should imagine when you're trying to stop a bike from 175 miles an hour, you'd need to give it one hell of a firm pull. But we've not really gone above 75 today. Okay, so we'll just slow down a bit. Anyway, what do you think? Is this your bag? 23 grand for the bike? 28 for the really, really super duper, all bells whistling one? I don't know. I couldn't buy one. I would have the standard XR, but I would like the M pack. That would probably be my choice. The S1000 XRM, I'd have it in the white and blue, and I would put top box and panniers on, and I'd tour on it, and I'd be happy. That would be nice. Anyway, what do you think? Have you enjoyed this video? If you have enjoyed it, click on that little like, subscribe, ring the bell, anything. Just ask me a question. As I say, 6'5", 16.5 stone, long legs about 34 inches, and I find it comfortable. Seriously, this bike is comfy. If you were to drop the pegs ½ inch, it would be amazing. Okay, it's got hill hold. A tall sports bike with hill hold. Oh, it's smooth as well. Comes off an absolute treat. Here we are, back on the main road into Penryn. So, here's your town, bit of town riding. How easy is this? I've got the visor up, so I hope the sound's okay, but we're just ticking along between 20 and 30 mile an hour. This bike is so easy to ride slow. So, town and city, check. Back lanes, check. Fast A roads, check. Motorways and autobahns, well, triple check. This bike's got the lot in it. I don't know how long my licence would last though. You know, you'd have to really, really concentrate on being a good boy or a good girl. It can make girls naughty just as much as boys. So here we are, back at BMW in Falmouth. Penryn BMW, Ocean Motorrad. I'd like to thank Chris for giving me the keys to this little beauty today. Thank you very much, Chris. If you want to ride it, it's here on demo. Come and ride this bike. You will not be disappointed. Anyway, this is the Lofty Biker saying ta-da for now. Ta-da.